Hey guys, it's me, Billy Joe. So it's been a long time since I've done a pre-recorded video for my YouTube channel. I've done a few lives every now and then, but ultimately it's been, life has just been crazy, to be honest. For most of you that follow my videos, you know that I moved to America and things just kind of haven't stopped since there. So, the reason I'm actually pre-recording this video and not going live, which is what I actually now prefer to do, is because this is a very important video to me. It's a little bit late, but this video is my 8 years on testosterone update. So, the reason this is important to me, and you might be thinking, what's the big deal, is because way back in the day, before I started transitioning medically, I saw this video on YouTube, and I wish I could remember who it was by, but I can't. If I figure it out before I post this, then I'll drop a link to the video. So I came across this video. It was this guy that was saying he had been on testosterone 8 years, and he hadn't made a video in forever, and this, that, and the other. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. So, yeah, he was saying that he hadn't made a video in forever, and he figured that, updating for 8 years on testosterone was good. Sorry, I'm just going to get comfortable-ish, I think. And I remember watching it thinking, wow, 8 years on testosterone, I feel like I'm never going to get there. I feel like that's never going to happen for me, and if it does, it's going to be 100 years from now, and, I just felt like it was so far out of reach. But there was something about that video that inspired me to keep on kind of pushing forward. And I just then remember thinking, when I do get to 8 years on testosterone, whenever that might be, I'm going to make a video too. So here it is. I haven't actually done a testosterone update since it was about maybe a year and a half on testosterone. I feel like I felt at that point that all the changes had happened, and that was it. There was no more changes to come. Little did I know. So there has been changes since that point. I feel like at a year and a half, you're kind of in that point where you pass as male, but you're still becoming a man, if that makes sense. So to compare it to a cis boy, there's a difference between going through their teen years and then being in their early 20s, So it's like that, yeah, they might have facial hair and they've kind of got a few muscles and whatever, but they're not men yet. They're not, I hope I'm making sense. And it's not to insult anybody, but it's just the differences between the hair on your face getting more and more coarse, needing to shave more often, the muscles do carry on growing, body shape carries on changing. My voice actually dropped a little bit more at one point. Then for those of you that know, I actually went 5 months without testosterone. I don't recommend it at all. That was the worst. The withdrawals from testosterone were similar to the menopause, really. I was having hot and cold flushes. There was no in between. I, for real, was either freezing or I was burning up. And the heat, it's like nothing you can even begin to really describe, but to the best of my ability, it's literally like there's just a ball of fire inside you. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just radiating outwards, this heat. You just can't, it doesn't matter what you do with yourself, it just doesn't cool down until you go back into a cold kind of flush. So what I used to do in work was go stand in the cooler, because, we were fortunate enough to have a walk-in cooler. But I was standing there for 10-15 minutes until it would pass, and that was the only way, honestly, that I managed to deal with it. So I don't know how people dealt with it, I don't know how I would have dealt with it in the UK, because one of the other things I did was I used to lay down on the floor next to the vents when the air conditioning was on, and it would blow into my face, and that helped a lot too. So I don't honestly know what I would have done in the UK. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. So the 8 years on testosterone, wow. I never thought I'd get here. Never ever thought I'd get here. So this is incredible. This is really incredible. And I've achieved so much in the last 8 years. To think about where I was, when I first had my first injection, to where I am now. I had an injection last night. Now being in America, my injections are weekly, which sucks a lot. And I often forget to to take my injection until I'm having some sort of crazy mood swing and I realise that I'm overdue my injection, which isn't good. In the UK, I was on something called Nebido. That's one injection, one monster injection, but one injection every 12 weeks, which equaled to about 4 injections a year, which was great. It suited me down to the ground because I'm a very low maintenance man. I'm quite lazy when it comes to stuff like that. Yes, of course, I want testosterone, but not for a second do I ever remember to take it when I should. My wife is usually pretty good at reminding me, so that helps. If I lived on my own, I'd probably be screwed going through that menopause again. But, you know, it is what it is. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing like Nebido here in America, and it's a small price to pay for the life that I have right now, which is incredible. And that's not to boast or anything. I'm not wealthy by any means. I mean, I'm sat in my wife's makeup room doing a YouTube video. I mean, I don't have a lot, but being here in America makes me happy, and it was definitely the right thing to do. I don't regret a second of it. But before I ramble on a bit, too much about whatever, I'm trying to think of anything else I needed to update on with 8 years on testosterone. This is just a bit of a milestone for me. And I was explaining to a few people in work that 8 years, it's not a decade. There's nothing special about the number 8. It just is. It's just all inspired by that video I saw when I first started testosterone. What? What do you want? Come on. Oh, get down. Yeah, it's just all inspired by that, and I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. It's still, the novelty of living in a day and age where I could transition and be comfortable in my skin still hasn't worn off, I still can't believe it every single day, Every single day I think, I'm so grateful for these surgeries I had. I'm so grateful that testosterone, even exists. Like, the fact that we can inject it, the fact that all of these options are available to us now that wouldn't have been available to, our ancestors. What a day to live in, Like, literally what a time to be alive. Like, how amazing is this? So, I feel like I'm rambling, but I do that with all of my videos. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna wrap it up. I should make more videos. I'm sorry that I don't. There is a lot of stuff to talk about. Just know that most of the work I do is more behind the scenes. I spend a lot of my time answering messages, and whether it be Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, like Messenger, or trying to think, email. I spend an awful lot of time replying to messages, and just know that I get back to you when I can. But yeah, so I have let my YouTube slack a little bit, but I do try and keep in touch once in a while with all of you. I really appreciate you watching these videos and tuning in, and keeping up to date with everything that's going on. I love to hear from you all. I love it when people message me saying that they've got dates for their surgery. I love it when they message me saying they had their first injection. I love hearing about the steps that everybody is taking in their own journey, and how happy it makes them, and it makes me happy too. And I actually spoke to a friend last night who's having surgery today. So I'm just waiting to hear from him now to see when he's awake, basically, and how well it went, and all of that good stuff. And I had butterflies in my stomach for him when he was telling me that he was just a few hours away from going down to theatre. So I just love hearing about stuff like that. So feel free to message me, tell me what's going on in your life, and, all that good stuff. I love hearing those stories. So I'm going to wrap it up, but thanks for watching again. If you like what you're watching, thank you, and hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. I'll try my best to make more frequent YouTube videos, and if nothing else, I make more Facebook Lives than I do YouTube. So go over to my Facebook and check it out on there. So see you guys next time. Bye-bye.